new COVID-19 SOPs will be issued to reopen schools. Also assures to construct Mao to Zuko Road in 3 months. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren inaugurates 8 projects and lays foundations for 5 new projects. Musu gives ministry concerned December 14 deadline to decide on appointment of new Vice-Chancellor. Union wants to shut down Manipur University. Manipur reports new 138 COVID-19 active cases and 7 deaths in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 318. India's COVID-19 tally crosses 97 lakhs with over 32,000 active cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Country gears up for biggest mass vaccination drive to contain COVID-19 pandemic. And Airport Authority of India announces opening of new heliports in Manipur, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in the near future. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm USHAM. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the top stories and latest news edits are. Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren today chaired the State Cabinet meeting in Senapati district. Speaking on the sidelines, the Chief Minister said that the government is coming up with new COVID-19 related SOPs to reopen schools in the state since board examinations are approaching. Deputy Chief Minister Yunam Joy Kumar, Works Minister Thongam Biswajit, other ministers and officials took part in the meeting held at the conference hall of Senapati District DC Mini Secretariat. Chief Minister N. Biren also declared to complete the construction of the new Secretariat complex in Chingmerong by resolving any existing land controversies at the earliest. The cabinet deliberated on various developmental projects for the state, including construction of 15-kilometer stretch of road from Mao to Zuko in 3 months, to uplift Senapati district and to give inspector rank promotion to international women footballers Ngangom Bala and Oinam Bembem.
Zuko Valley si ngarang handu so khoi gi maugi silnok sing mari manga phai khole to busida changthok changsin si yam problem oiba aduna maudagi aikhoi gi district ki minister in charge losi dikho mangon da sar sinare maudagi na 15 kilometers sangaga Zuko tabaya adugi lambi si within 3-4 months ta madu semna ba Zuko phaujan ba yana na bagi maduma decision lawi bembem duga bala gi din ha lokre aduna bala gi sunga si unofficially na hando have lokthok ne adu formally ngasi cabinet ta moi anima inspector da post ki kanoda post creator ga moi anima inspector da promotion pirani huji ngarang nahan final court ki matung ina re measurement taw haidana CPW gi kano yauna re measurement taw kre court na yam thuba matam da madu akhoi da tender to way anaba new tender to ga solution mai anaba pirani an khale. Thank you. Please.
Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurated 8 projects in Senapati district and laid foundation stone for 5 new projects ahead of the State Cabinet meeting today. The 8 newly inaugurated projects are SDO Office Complex at Songsong Mao, rainwater harvesting structure at Likuri Kali Namai, transit hostel for doctors and teachers at Senapati, trauma center 1 in Senapati District Hospital, health and wellness centers at 6 primary health centers, blood bank at District Hospital Senapati and blood storage at Sub-District Hospital Mao, Purul Higher Secondary School under School Fagadhanshi Mission and Office of Senapati MSPDCL Deputy General Manager. While the upcoming 5 projects are one 33 by 11 kV power substation each at Liai, Kuno and Oinam, road construction from Lakhamai till Tiwa under PMGSY, a workshed of Senapati District Women Association and development works of protected historical sites at Makhel village. Manipur University Students Union MUSU has given December 14 deadline to the relevant ministry to decide on the appointment of a new Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University. MUSU members, along with members and volunteers of 6 students' unions, that is AMSU, MSF, DESAM, AIMS, KSA and SUK, staged a sit-in demanding the same at MU Traffic Island today. Taking part in the protest, MUSU President M. Bobby warned of intense agitations, including shutting down of Manipur University if their demand is not met. He appeals to the Ministry of Education to appoint a regular VC by December 14 or to issue an order for an interim arrangement. Speaking to media, DESAM President and Edison said a memorandum will be submitted to the Ministry of Education through Registrar of Manipur University by the 6 students' organizations in view of the plights facing the university students in the absence of a Vice-Chancellor. He also warned of intense agitations at Manipur University campus and in other parts of the state if authorities concerned fails to address their concerns at the earliest.
Vice Chancellor Yaudana Chalairak Pusna Maramoyaga, University campus Manungsida, Charang Mayama, Madi, official of Waka Amada Masi, paralyzed or Pusna Maramoyaga, Manipur University students Haitagi, Sigumba, Ministry Dagi, Tapsaba, responsible Lakapusna Maramoyaga. I quite the Tauriga treatment, Sikaramba, Makal treatment, no Haibagi, Wahanga Loinana, Laiba, Tang, Karamari Sigoga, Ministry Dagi Sapsaba. Order Malakragadi, University is the Doning the Putokaya, Magal Loinana, shut down Torpaya, Bagi, Duma, Hanavalade. High level memorandum, Pisilevel memorandum, Siam, Atumatam Nagasin, Nimunga, Tauton Taragadi, Manipur University, Manumamadi, Manipur University, Mapana, Manipur State Pumada, Masigi, Palm the Watu, what of Mayama, Masitropaya, Manipur University, Vice and Selagi Posse, Atumatam Gimunga, mentioned within one of you.
The CBI Anti-Corruption Cell ACB Imphal has registered a case against Assistant Professor cum Security Officer of Manipur University Dr. N. Sanatomba and former Commandant Home Guards SP Thaisi on the allegation that Dr. N. Sanatomba entered into criminal conspiracy with SP Thaisi to issue 4 fake office orders for deployment of Home Guards at Manipur University. Dr. N. Sanatomba deployed a fake 24 Home Guards as security personnel at Manipur University as alleged. A team of CBI officers raided the office quarters of accused Dr. N. Sanatomba at Manipur University and the residence of SP Thaisi at Paungmei Colony in Chingmerong today. Unknown miscreants exploded a hand grenade in Nongmeibung, Wangkai Lakpam Lekai under Porampat police station last night. The grenade was hurled at the residence of a local Wangkai Lakpam Suniti Bala. 3 cars parked in front of the house were destroyed, but no injury has been reported. Porampat police station has registered a case and investigations are underway. Meanwhile, members of Nongmeibung Women Development Meira Paibi Association and Eastern Students Club carried out a protest demonstration today against a bomb blast at W. Suniti Bala's residence in Nongmeibung, Wangkai Lakpam Lekai last night. Protesters condemned the incident, which created fear, psychosis and panic to family members and the locals. They demanded those concerned to give a public clarification about the incident at the earliest. Relief Center for the Welfare of Differently Abled Person Manipur felicitated 6 winners of Voice of Specially Abled Person VOSAP Art Contest 2020 at Chajing Mairenkong Community Hall today. Mementos and gifts were presented to them. Speaking on the occasion, Langtabal MLA Karam Sham urged those organizations working for the welfare of physically challenged persons to unite together and work earnestly. The MLA appreciated members of Relief Center for the Welfare of Differently Abled Persons Manipur for bringing laurels by winning in various national level competitions. He urged everyone to encourage differently abled persons with their talents, treat them with compassion and not to stigmatize them. Relief Center for the Welfare of Differently Abled Persons Manipur also presented an appreciation certificate to MLA Karam Sham for his humanitarian services at the event.
Chumba Shai now since you over the Nushiva Faldragadi, a quite me in a popogi, Tuitopa Belu lady and a Kaleo. General public normally let you Mayamsna, Angamanga Matakta, Sumaina, Mui Bigi, Shorna Semak Pada Kodolo in a Dipiragazu, differently able persons in Shet, Ubakanda, Moida Nushiva, Mating Pangimagi, Wakalon, Faldragadi, me in a popogi, Mayandre, Haina, Kali, Pangbay, Pangbay, Tamoy the Dinushiva, Mapawuduneva Quina Tarkala, the Manipur Kunaise, Malon the Sansan, Mai Pakwa, Lamdamama, Oinabo Honavada, Apik what Watok Masa Mayam Sina Sagalaga, the Horevan Harol Kada, Pava, Wakalon, Pau or Snow.
26 Assam Rifles at Pundri in Thobal district distributed wheelchairs and sports items to differently abled students today. The activity was carried out as a part of Assam Rifles Civic Action Program Project 2020-21. Regional Institute of Handicapped Person RIHP at Yaripok Bamunlekai organized the event at its campus. 26 Assam Rifles Commandant Colonel C. Vidyadharan, RIHP Yaripok President Dr. Maibam Rajendro, Sub-Deputy Collector Yaripok P. Langchungpu Kabui, CHC Yaripok MO in charge, Dr. Nomita and many eminent persons took part in the event. Colonel C. Vidyadharan handed over wheelchairs and sports kits including carom boards and seats, footballs, volleyballs, nets, basketballs, badminton, rackets and shuttlers to RIHP. Now we have Manipur's COVID-19 updates. Manipur reported 138 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 7 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 26,534, out of which 2,915 are active cases. While in the last 24 hours, 7 coronavirus infected patients, a 69-year-old man, a 67-year-old man, a 65-year-old man and a 56-year-old woman from Imphal West District, and 85-year-old man and a 64-year-old man from Imphal East District and a 78-year-old man from Bishnupur District have passed away. 3 patients died at Janims, 2 at Dreams, and 1 at Shiza Hospital and 1 at Raj Medicity. With this, that toll has reached 318. On the positive note, 135 people recovered in the last 24 hours. With this, total number of recovered cases have reached 23,301. State's recovery rate improves to 87.81%. Infected persons from the are 122 from the general population and 16 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. Infected persons from the general population are 51 from Imphal West District, 24 from Imphal East, 17 from Bishnupur, 7 from Chandel, 6 from Thobal, 4 each from Ukhrul and Tamenglong districts, 2 each from Kakching, Kangpokpi, Senapati, and 1 each from Tengnopal, None and Churachandpur districts. All are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
Banthabi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, specified as a financial institution by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India under SARFASI Act 2002. First license holder public limited housing finance company in the entire northeastern region of India, completed its 15 years of service. Provides home loan with a subsidy amount up to Rs 2.67 lakh under PMAY Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Government or private employees, businessmen can apply. For more details, kindly contact Banthabi Housing Finance Company Limited or reporter Mamlaikai Imphal.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally has reached 97.35 lakhs with 32,080 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. On the positive note, India's active COVID-19 cases have dropped to 3,78,909 in the last 24 hours, rising recovered cases to 92,15,581. Country's recovery rate rises to 94.66%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,41,360. Maharashtra is still on top with above 74,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by Kerala with above 59,000 active cases. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 6 crore 87 lakh 70,000 people. Above 1 crore 5 lakh 66,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 4 crore 76 lakh 42,000. USA is on top with more than 62 lakh 12,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. While China, from where the pandemic started, is at the 78th position with just 284 active cases of COVID-19. Arrangements have been made to carry out nation's largest vaccination drive to curb COVID-19 pandemic. As per a report from top officials of the Indian government, both government and private healthcare facilities will be utilized in the nationwide immunization drive. More than 3 crore frontline workers are all set to carry out the drive by using 86,000 equipments from 29,000 cold chain points. It may be mentioned that Pfizer-BioNTech, Serum Institute of India and Bharat Biotech have already appealed to Drug Controller General of India for emergency use authorization of their vaccines in India. A former Inspector General of Police, IGP of Manipur Police Department, Marangthem Santikumar, succumbed to COVID-19 at 70. Late M. Santikumar, a resident of Uripok, Gopalji Lerak, was also diabetic. He tested positive for COVID-19 on November 20 and was hospitalized at Shiza Hospital and Research Institute in Langol. It may be mentioned that late M. Santikumar is an MPS cadre of the first Civil Services Combined Competitive Examination conducted by Manipur Public Service Commission in 1975. He was promoted to IGP rank in 2012. Manipur Postal Division is recruiting Gramin Dak Sevaks GDS. Speaking to media at Postal Office in Babupara today, Assistant Superintendent of Post Headquarter Manipur Division, MD Nasir Ahmed, said anyone who had passed class 10 from any recognized board can apply for the post. The recruitment notice was out on local dailies on November 12. He appeals to interested candidates to submit their online application forms starting tomorrow, as the last date is on December 11.
When Canada Directorate Manipur local language Asumana Manipuri Ojeragasu last 10 examinations the additional English Natagato language Yawena Kana pursuit or Panedunga Sing Asima Pagi Directorate approval to Mapibire Manipuri Amasung English at the additional English local language in a Lauragani Aduna class 10th examination da Manipuri Natraga additional English Loropa Satra Singna applicant Singna Hojik apply to oversee eligible oire habitani. Nahandagi koi apply to be other than applicant sing haying ayuk try to biro, so then they are agony habitase, Gumbin case yadragasu, a quite the sudum Nangi Kang of a sing the Dumpo Pibiru, a quina Marine never sing the take up to the game with the information Piraga, Yam Tuna Maduki Potoma, effective Helaga last date lady when Simanunda when they apply to Ningiba singer to Kudong Chow to Pian and a microphone.
A resident of Lamdan village, M. Acham, has refuted all allegations charged upon him by Lamdan Kabui Women's Society. It may be mentioned that the society has alleged him of being involved in the murder of a man from Tokpa Kabui village and of hindering village developmental works. M. Acham warned of filing defamation lawsuit against the society's secretary Taubona Gangmei, member Rita Pamei and Rita's husband C. Matthew if they fail to provide evidences. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, M. Acham said he has been serving as village chief since August 2014 after his father's demise, who was the village chief. He said the Women Society recognized self-styled village chief M. Kuripao, who came from Kha Aimol village and took refuge in Lamdan village. Acham said people of 33 clans of the village objected to the proposed construction of Sacred Heart School on August 10 this year, as it may affect the environment of the village.
I see me at the Sender Conare Mazienda Layer Cole Haina. Adu Karimba, I see Matamdo da Toki Todok, Matamdo Daisi, Zubinaini. Adu I Karim Tamiat, but I see Nade, I Yausi Yaude, do I want a suspicion or a Pakiba, Layersu, ID, case to I want a Mara Lay, I know court not dismissed Okre. Adu Moina, Mara Lay, I be a Munda, Mangun, I want a Yamna, Moina Pazana, insult or Penina, Madu Maramdu, Group to Pazana, Moisi. Tigat and Biro, I began a higher authority. I campaign Togani, Adu Moisi, Tigat and Gani. Karigumbamadu Yaram the Taragadi, Oziki came a two assistant professor, Adu Aziki Rita, Maki Nupi, Zonapo Hariba, White Manaunupi, I tare, Tabona Gangmai, I ripse, Moe Yamatai, the Pemesan Sutagan.
Absence of staff at Primary Health Subcenter PHC brings much inconvenience to villagers of Lebi village resided by Marine community under More subdivision of Technopole district. The PHSC remains non-functional and villagers can't even get emergency treatment. MO in charge of Primary Health Center More, Dr. K.H. Shantikumar, has been carrying out free medical camps in the area. Villagers have appealed to Chief Minister N. Biren to address their plights without further delay. Eleven volunteers today donated blood on the second day of the months-long DESAM 73rd Mega Blood Donation Camp held at Jennings Blood Bank. The camp is being held to mark the 19th Foundation Day of DESAM. Speaking to media, DESAM Health and Environment Secretary O. Ramesh said that at least 300 volunteers donated blood in their previous blood donation camp, but only few people have come forward to donate blood this year owing to the COVID-19 pandemic situation. He appeals to people of the state to donate blood and save lives. District-level Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign organized Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign on capacity building of a rehabilitation center at DTC Hall, Tuibong in Churachandpur today. DC Churachandpur Pavan Yadav IAS inaugurated the event. IPS additional SP line operation and in charge SP Churachandpur spoke on drugs menace in the district, the different types of drugs and crime committed due to drugs during the technical session. DSWO Churachandpur Binod Singh, retired IFS LT Ngaite, and Dr. Chinkholal Thang Singh also gave resourceful insights at the event. NGOs, philanthropic organizations, NYK volunteers, and officials of various departments concerned attended the event. A book named Namkhairo Nangi Pal Singh, written by famed Manipuri YouTuber Bir Kanal Zilzid Thiam, was released today. Professor of Manipur University of Culture, Dr. Makhon Mani Mongshaba, released the book at JCRE Global College in Imphal Babupara. Luang Publication has published the book, which is a Manipuri translation of 50 English newspaper articles written by Bir Kanal Zilzid.
Namkhairo Nangi Pulse Haiba, Asigai Singasi, Tasing Haizabatara, scientific, Natraga, Topa, Wakan Sakachaba, actually Zadesi, Tasing, Puning the Powrakpa, Mayam, the Kaihana Gini Haina Kidakpa, the Puning the Apambasing, the Mayam, the Pundopomatam, the Sing of Powrakiba, Powrakpasing, the Kamine in the Powd and Honazakiba, the Atate Haita, Tasing, I personal, the Agi life makta, the best Oraga, Waring Singasi, article, Oina, Sanga Express English edition, the Matik, Sahi, Taret Mukimamang is a person of city, Maniprido on Toga, Saman Toksaraga, the Mina, Fongbalaric, Amakagni. Pavio, Yaman Wagani Mamda, Anova Itil Anova Puninda, Taunamka Hapkadra, Kanzavagi.
A new mart of handicrafts items was opened at Panthoibi Arcade in Wangkai Kaitila Shangbi today. Crafts Social Development Organization Kongba and Crafts Artisan Development Association jointly opened the mart under the funding of National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. Speaking to media, Secretary General of Crafts Social Development Organization Kongba T.H. Premeshwar said the mart was opened to promote local artisans. State Mission Director of Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission Yumnam Robita and General Manager of NABARD Manipur Regional Office Dr. M. Srinivas were among those present on the occasion.
Order amadi koigi mayam dagi bulk order leiba mayam sindu lokjarga ke suggesting da koigi amuk khangdezarga koigi arung laba business adu mai pangthong ba amasung self group members sing artisans sing weavers sing gi oiba semilon da amadi manipur gi amadi bharat ki oina arung laba artisans sing weavers sing gi semilon adu khara chapun na bagida mukta seriously ona kasi simul baru ma asi koigi marketplace adu
All Manipur Football Association AMFA has offered condolences upon the demise of former AFCC licensee and grassroots leader Naurem Somendro from Kakching Marangtem Lekai. Members of the association observed 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul and shared the griefs of the bereaved family. People paid tributes to Sangit Natak Academy awardee Laitanthem Hiramot on his 8th anniversary today. The memorial event was held at KCDO Complex, Kongpal Chanam Lekai. It may be mentioned that late Laitanthem Hiramot was a famed Thangta artist. Speaking at the event, Zila Parishad of Top Nauria Gram Panchayat Khetramayum Tama said the construction of a new branch of Kanglei in Thangta Shindam Shanglen, initiated by late Hiramot, will be completed next year. She recalled the contributions of the late teacher in preserving the ancient art forms Thangta Sarichara. Khetramayum Tama expressed happiness at the inclusion of Thangta in school curriculum. Winners of first Singtapurel El Hiramot Ningsing state level Open Thangta Sajel Changdamnaba 2020 were felicitated on the occasion.
Naharons Mamsinga, Tungi Zati Sigi, Yumbel or Kadoriba, Aija Sing, Inam Sing, Apipa, Mahiroi Pam Sing Asida, Adumba, culture the Oiba, Naki Oiba, Tamnana Bagidamaka, Sangle Amaka Sabu Hadasa, Aisama, Lecture, Muhamasida, Pabung Mangai, Hazade, Matangi 2021 day, December the Tang Mapan, Pabung Lady, the Bugid of the Sa, Nanganaba, Padai, Mopam, I got it. Kayam Papa, Kayam Sauba, Karamomo, the tomato, the Sasige, I got. Mother is members in Kanabiro.
Corcom, a conglomerate of various proscribed outfits, sends greetings on the occasion of the upcoming 72nd Human Rights Day 2020. Press release from Corcom Media Coordinator calls upon everyone to keep in mind the prevailing situation in the Wasia region. The coordinator appeals to protect the state's integrity, to be free and equal in dignity and human rights. Airport Authority of India has announced the opening of new heliports in Manipur, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in the near future. AAI Regional Executive Director Northeast M. Suresh announced the same yesterday. He added that initiatives are underway to reopen 10 unused airports in the Northeast. Stating that the center has been striving to boost aviation sector in the Northeast region of the country, M. Suresh urged state governments and Pawan Hans to extend support to the central government's initiatives. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister N. Biren chairs State Cabinet meet in Senapati. Chief Minister N. Biren says new COVID-19 SOPs will be issued to reopen schools. Also assures to construct Mao to Zuko Road in 3 months. Chief Minister Nongthumam Biren inaugurates 8 projects and lays foundation for 5 new projects in Senapati district. Musu gives ministry concerned December 14 deadline to decide on appointment of new Vice-Chancellor. Union wants to shut down Manipur University. Manipur reports new 138 COVID-19 active cases and 7 deaths in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 318. India's COVID-19 tally crosses 97 lakhs with over 32,000 cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Country gears up for biggest mass vaccination drive to contain COVID-19 pandemic. And Airport Authority of India announces opening of new heliports in Manipur, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in the near future. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.